about a movie where I do my makeup.
And I talk about a movie.
And I know in our last video people were like, but you're not talking about a movie, you're talking about a TV show. Okay, it's a genre. So that way...
and movies are... TV shows are just serial movies that are shorter.
Pretty much. And especially if you watch them on Netflix, they're kind of both. So, the TV show movie that we are talking about today is...
Legion.
And we've only seen the first episode of this. And because of that, I'm just going to tell you, I'm using a palette. I pulled out of storage for a little bit. I never really use this palette. This is Unicorns Unite palette from Makeup Revolution. And
I didn't know that was the name of the palette.
Yep, and that is the palette. I don't use this often, and I think you can see why I don't use it often, because it's really bright colors. But I pulled it out the other day and I said, this is really appropriate for the show, because the show is crazy time.
Very crazy time.
So, yes, I am basically going to be using this color right here. None of them have names, so I'm going to be using this color right here all over. Then I'm going to be going with this blue shade right here, and I'm going to put that all over the lid. I'm kind of doing this inside out look. So normally I would put a dark color in the crease. Marshall came up with this really interesting idea to kind of flip it. So I'm going to put the dark color on the lid, and then I'm going to put this pinky purple color in the crease, and then this is going to go, oh wait, did I do it the other way? Might have done the other way. Okay, so this is going to go in the crease first, and this is going to go in the crease second. And then on top of that, I'm taking this really amazing silver color, and I'm going to place that on top of the crease. You're going to kind of see a little bit of how it blends out. And then we'll go from there and see if I need to augment it with everything else. I kind of tried everything on the back of my hand last night to see if it was going to work. And it's really interesting.
I'm really interested to see how this goes.
It's really interesting. This is not an everyday makeup look, people. This is definitely... crazy.
It's crazy, but from what I saw, it will work. And if you want to do this for a dress-up look or a costume party or something else where you're trying to look a little bit more outlandish, this is actually going to be pretty cool.
Exactly. All right, so now we're going to talk about Legion. Legion is on FX. So we actually watch it on our Roku because we have the FX app, so we can watch it then. But yeah, I'll take it away while I do the look.
Okay, so if you couldn't tell from the fact that the O in Legion is the X-Men symbol, this is an X-Men continuity story. You can easily think of this as kind of like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for the X-Men movies, especially the movies that will be coming out in the future. It's kind of branching them all, bringing them all together and telling their stories in a different way.
That's a good way to talk about it. It's like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. of the, yeah.
So, since it's X-Men, expect mutants, expect people with strange powers, and expect people having to try and figure that out. And that's what this one is all about. It's about one particular guy, his name is David, and he's in an insane asylum because he thinks he has telekinesis. And he starts to meet other people that might have strange powers too. This one, what's really great about this particular episode is how they kind of play with that insane feeling. They don't really... trying to figure out the word then. They don't really make it obvious whether he's crazy or not, and whether characters are actually there or not. There's, like, in the very beginning, there's this one guy that's hiding in these vines in the main room, and you don't know if he's actually there or not.
Yes, I think there's a lot of, like, is what is real and what is not real happening in this? Definitely.
So, as we go through the episode, he's dealing with this girl that he befriends and gets really close to. They become boyfriend and girlfriend almost immediately throughout the episode, and why she doesn't like being touched. I know what you're thinking. No, it's not Rogue. It's a completely different character.
Yeah, that's what we thought too. We were like, is this supposed to be Rogue? Because, you know...
Because I don't see the silver streak of hair. What's going on here? We're not going to spoil too much for you as to what exactly is going on, but I will spoil a few things about the character that we do know from Marvel Comics. This character is the illegitimate son of Charles Xavier. He is named David Charles Haller, and is the son of a nurse who took care of Charles Xavier during one point in his life.
Right.
Okay. As such, he does get some really insane powers. They have stated, both in the show and in the comics, that he is potentially one of the most powerful mutants alive because pretty much he has all the powers. He has...
Are you going to explain why he has all the powers?
I will.
Okay, I just wondered if that's what we're going to spoil, and I don't mind. Because honestly, this is not anything that you will get from the show. This is all from looking stuff up online.
They are going to be playing with this, but if you are completely and thoroughly confused by the first episode, this will help make it make sense. Legion has the ability to take other people's personalities and incorporate them into himself as a whole new personality. And if they have powers, he gets their powers. Or it's better put as he assigns his unused powers to them based off the powers that they had.
Now, do these people have to be dead in order for him to get their powers?
Not all the time. It can just be through touch contact. It can be through just telepathic contact. But there is one personality in the comics, it's referenced as number 666, or Styx, that has the power of the touch of death. It literally goes, I touch you, you die, and now your personality is in me, and David can use you. Later on in the comics, they give him a special wrist device that allows him to go, I want this personality, go. And he can use those powers without having the personality overwhelm him. This is going to become a really big thing when you get towards the end of the episode, because sometimes these personalities do come with physical transformations. One of his personalities is a werewolf, actually.
Really?
Yeah. He has all these powers. It's easiest. You got telekinesis, telepathy. He can manipulate time, and in fact, in the comic books, he had one whole arc where he decided he was going to go back in time to kill Magneto and thus erase a lot of things that Magneto did. But he didn't realize that his father was actually Magneto's friend and took the bullet for Magneto, thus causing a ripple effect and pretty much destroying everything that everybody knew about the universe, creating the best arc, Age of Apocalypse.
Alright, so the first, I will go back to Age of Apocalypse, but I want to tell you what I'm doing right now. So basically what I did was, right here, I put the blue on, and then I put the purple in the crease right here. So what I'm doing is I'm taking more blue, and I'm actually kind of putting it out. This is where we're going to start to get into, like, a little bit of a different, not normal, way of doing the makeup on the eye. So we're just going to put a lot more blue, and we're just going to kind of have it come out this way over the other colors we already have. Kind of like almost a wing effect, but more like, okay, instead of coming down to a point, if that makes sense at all. I don't know if you can see. More of a fanning
blend out, yeah.
So we're gonna do that on both eyes as we go in. That's just gonna kind of like give it a little more of a crazy look.
And it's kind of, you know, the mutants sometimes aren't always human looking. Sometimes they got a little bit of a different change. This kind of gives you a feel like a Mystique, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm also going to put a little bit of this purple color right here. Then we'll put a little bit of that in my under eye as well, just to kind of smoke it out a little bit more. All right, continue with Age of Apocalypse, because obviously we if you saw the movie, you know, kind of what we're talking about in a way.
Kind of. Actually, the movie just kind of took the name and the character of Apocalypse, because Apocalypse was a big part of the storyline, but Age of Apocalypse in the comic books is a completely alternate reality. Since Xavier's dead, Magneto creates the Xavier School and runs it. So some of the good guys became bad guys, and some of the bad guys became good guys, and Apocalypse rules the world. And Rogue and Magneto are an item, and she's got a really cool outfit change for that. So if you're expecting this to be just like the movie, the comic is completely different and has been heralded by a lot of different people, but as a really great series. You should pick it up. From there, I really just have a couple notes about the actual show itself. This was created by, well, it's directed by? Who was the one in charge of it? His name is Noah Hawley, and this is not his first series for FX. He also worked on the series Fargo from 2014.
Yeah, FX tends to do that a lot. I'm sorry if you couldn't see this because I'm like holding it right up to my face so I can get a more precise line, but FX likes to do that. So they have a lot of Ryan Murphy stuff on there, and this guy, so...
He said that the character played by Rachel Keller named Syd Barrett was named after the Pink Floyd rock band member, Syd Barrett, and you can see a lot of the Pink Floyd music kind of throughout the show, and they're taking it and using it to note, yes? To note different things about the personality, not shifts, but what's going on in their minds at the time.
Okay, so I did want to tell you a couple other things. These brushes, these were only 2 of the set of 5 that I got. I was looking at them around Christmas and I really wanted them. They're like $30 and I was like, no. These are Real Techniques and they have this like really interesting design. It's called Berlin. I first thought they were cows and they're not. However, I got them off Amazon. They went down to like $16, $17 and I was like, at this point, yes, for 5 brushes, I will buy this, especially because they're Real Techniques and they're really good quality. We got these and then like 3 face brushes. So I'm actually going to be using this one right here and I'm going to be taking a little bit of this. This is like the brightest white and I'm just going to kind of blend out stuff up here very lightly because I don't want to blend away the interesting color that I already have going on here. And then I'm going to go back in and do my other under eye with the purple. I'm having trouble talking.
We're both having trouble talking.
Alright, so then on top of that, I'm going to kind of do some more interesting things. I'm going to take the Kat Von D, liquid liner for my upper eyeliner, and then I've got this NYX Vivid Brights. This is more of a silver, and I'm going to kind of line it around the black. Maybe draw a bit of a bigger wing coming out, just to kind of play around with it a little bit more. And then might as well show you this now because we're just gonna bop through all of this stuff. My husband got me this and I wanted to use it for when I'm putting on my false lashes because I can get like a magnified mirror, but I really wanted one of these Disney compacts and I missed the Beauty and the Beast one, which is the one I wanted, but I ended up getting this one and it's the Frozen one and it's really beautiful. It has on the back, it says strong bond, strong heart, and you know, I'm not like the hugest Frozen fan, but I just really loved the way it looks and it has like 2 mirrors inside, so yeah, I just wanted to show you that because that's so
I really like the design of these compacts. Like, they make really cool props.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, with the Pink Floyd references, you're going to also notice that they're using very intense colors throughout the episode. The warning red lights inside the insane asylum. I don't think they really like to be called that anymore.
Yeah, mental institution.
Mental institution. Yeah. Really bright reds, greens, blues, being used throughout to kind of make the entire building transform when they need to. Make you feel like there's a sense of danger and things like that. And of course, the other really important color is yellow for the demon with the yellow eyes. Or devil with the yellow eyes.
The devil.
Yeah, which is one of the hallucinations that David has. And I think it maybe actually sticks itself.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it tends to show up whenever he feels in danger. So it might be one of his protective personalities. Those with the dissociative identity disorder, which is what the scientists call multiple personality disorder, because there's a big difference in them, many times they will come up with a personality that is the protector. Whenever you feel in danger, this one personality will come out and smash everything. And sometimes that can be rather detrimental to them. Those with DID don't exactly always know what the other personalities are thinking at the time. And that's kind of why they have different names for it than multiple personality syndrome.
Oh, I forgot to tell you that everything I have already used on my face will be down below for you, as well as what I'm using now. So in case you're like looking and you're like, I didn't see what she was using, it's gonna be down below.
Yeah, just, you can click that button there. That's good. Yeah, you got it, good. Any other thoughts about this show? I know you are not quite as much for it as I am.
That was mostly because I felt like it was really crazy, and I have a hard time with shows that flash stuff at you. And this one did that a lot. It was like, you didn't really know what was going on. I mean, the day after I watched it, I went into work, and there's a bunch of other people at work who are kind of like weird, geeky people, not weird, I don't know when I said that, that are geeky people as well. They like watching these kind of shows, and we had this long conversation about it, and they were just as confused as I was. So, I mean, I don't dislike the show. In fact, after I talked about it for a little while, I felt like I liked it more than I did, and I might be more interested in it now, but I'm just kind of like, I'm not sure about it, you know, and then the flashing thing, because it was just disorienting, I think.
I think this is one that we might be giving a couple more episodes to really figure out, and we know that Corey's going to watch the entire thing, because he's a big X-Men freak.
Yes.
He loves that sort of thing. Yeah. I have a couple of old X-Men comics, but I really like the new series of movies that they've been doing. Because they just felt like they've got a lot more heart to them. Especially Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
That was a really good movie. I can watch that over and over and over again.
Yeah, for sure.
And I have.
What were you laughing at?
Just how often I've watched it.
Like
When I was working at Universal, in our break room, somebody always had that thing on, and I would just zone out and watch it every break. It was fun. So, how would you like to see this series go?
Well, I don't know that I can answer that without, I'm gonna look down because I'm drawing right now, but I don't know that I can answer that without giving things away, because what happens at the end is actually kind of important to where I think the show is going to go. So I think I would like to see it be more him trying to find himself and find other people like him that he can go with. But at the same time, I feel like, I don't know, it's I don't know if it's like dark. I don't know if I'm just in a certain place in my life where I like a lot of comedic stuff or what, but that's just how I feel.
Okay, that makes sense. I would actually really like to see this be a lot more of a team show.
Yeah.
I think I've enjoyed ensemble shows a lot more than I have than shows about one person with something weird.
Right,
and
right.
Everybody trying to help them.
Yeah.
Like Blacklist.
So I was gonna put on like really bam lashes, but I decided not to, because I feel like so far what I've done with this look is enough, especially with the interesting eyeliner, and then we're just gonna...
Getting close. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like it is enough. However, I'm gonna go with a really strong lip, and I got this, if you guys have already seen my makeup haul, this is the Hello Kitty collection from Colourpop in the shade Mimmy, and it is super dark purple. And so I'm gonna wear that on top of it because I feel like, you know, we have this purple blue thing happening, so it needs to be mirrored on the lips. I really love the iridescence of the eyes where it comes from the silver. So that's like probably my favorite part. And then the way that the silver eyeliner on top of the black, there's like this little sliver of black that's kind of coming through. And if you guys want to see, I think I'm going to post a picture of this on my Instagram when we're done. And so you guys can go back and like see if you can find the eye and the lip. Yep.
Now, we've said what we think that the show should be as. The producer, Simon Kinberg, said that he's thinking of taking this closer towards a Breaking Bad kind of direction.
Really?
So imagine, this is probably going to start getting really dark and gritty and getting into some of the underworld of the Marvel universe, especially the X-Men side of the universe, like the Morlocks, other mutants that have been marginalized by society and outlawed. And we might be dealing with the Sentinels a little. I don't know. That's just a guess.
I don't know that I'm totally happy about that, but
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. If it does retain the sense of humor that the show had, I'd be okay with that. Because while it's got a really dark sense of humor, it's legitimately funny at some points.
Alright, well this is the finished look for Legion. I think it's interesting. It's an interesting look. I think it's kind of dark, just like the show is, but with a lot of interesting stuff going on up here. So thank you so much for watching our makeup in a movie, and until next time,
Stay zany.
Bye-bye.